Today, April 28th, 2022.
This is ELN Morning.
Happy Thursday morning, everyone. I'm Ashlyn Deloughy.
And I'm Baylor Rodman. You're watching ELN Morning. Ashlyn's good to be back with you. It's been some time.
Yeah, and it's bittersweet. We're running out of time.
We're running out of time. We're counting the days to the end, but what we're no longer counting down is when the primary season begins, because today is the start date.
Absolutely. Let's begin our coverage there. All right, early voting starts today in Alamance County for the primary elections. Our Anne-Marie Bonner joins us live at Rundle Senior Center, tells more about how and where you can vote.
Anne-Marie, good morning to you. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Ashlyn and Baylor. As you said, I'm here at Rundle Senior Center, which is just one of two locations where you can vote early in Alamance County for the upcoming primary election. And behind me, you can see that there are some candidates back there campaigning. We have Courtney Giles, who's running for the U.S. House of Representatives. We have Ed Priola, who's running for the NC House of Representatives. And we have two candidates for Alamance County Commissioner, like Steve Carter and Rudy Cartassi. So there are a lot of people here, a little bit of an older demographic that's coming in to vote, but that is to be expected with the primary election. Another thing you should keep in mind before you come in to vote, if you're a little bit nervous, maybe you don't really know what to expect, you can print out actually a sample ballot on the Alamance Board of Elections website. So as you can see here, it will just give you a little bit of insight into what to expect when you come here and you get your ballot, and you will know what to expect. Just a little bit of a boost before you come into the polls.
Great. Sure. And Anne-Marie, too, you know, this is the first contested sheriff's race in 12 years. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. So yeah, like you said, it's the first contested sheriff's race in 12 years. So that's definitely a big deal. Definitely something to be looking at if you register to vote in Alamance County. We haven't seen that, like you said, in over a decade, which is a huge deal. And it is an important position. So I would definitely look into that and keep that in mind as you head into the polls and you are ready to vote. Make sure you're taking a look at their profiles and understanding who you align with best.
Spread I've got it here in the paper on the whole contested race, especially for the sheriff's race in over 12 years. Obviously the U.S. Senate race, that's going to get a lot of traction too. But Anne-Marie, I know, so you said there was 2 polling locations, and if I'm not mistaken, that's fewer than there was in 2020. Why? So first of all, tackle that for us, but also, you know, why should students care? You know, are the candidates talking anything about trying to get student turnout, obviously in Alamance County with, you know, a lot of Elon student presence?
I apologize, I didn't hear your question
because
I lost
that's
audio.
Okay.
But,
well, I was just going to ask.
Another thing I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, go ahead. Anne-Marie? All right, well, I think we lost Anne-Marie there, but that's all right. For all of the continuous coverage on everything elections, you can head to the politics tab of our website, and I know Anne-Marie will be filing there from this morning too, so we'll have more.
Yeah, Anne-Marie, thanks so much.
All right, well, inflation is also a popular issue among candidates, and for the 5th consecutive month, it's at its highest point in over 40 years. Groceries of all kinds are more expensive, and those heading outside for their shopping may be spending just as much as they would inside the store. Our Ellis Chandler has more.
April and May are the most popular times for picking flowers at the Garden Valley Farmers Market in Burlington. But as the weather heats up, people begin picking produce. Customer Christina Hankovsky drove all the way from Greensboro in hopes of finding cheaper prices. She says she's noticed the increase when she goes shopping.
And I've definitely had to change my budget, and I wanted to check out neighboring cities where I could maybe find an even better deal than in the big city where I am now. So I'm trying to get creative on how I can stay on budget. It hasn't been easy though.
Part owner Paul LaPara says all of the produce is 10 to 25% more expensive now than it was in 2021. He says watermelons had the biggest price jump. The market buys them for $7, but sells them for $7.99, leaving little profit.
They've almost doubled the price. A lot of that is due to inflation, but a lot of that is due to supply and demand as well.
LaPara says most of the produce comes from the southeast. Because it's local, he says most people assume what's grown here at home is cheaper, but that's not always true.
We've always said with quality that obviously there's a bigger price. And we like to stand out from box stores. We like to stand out from different places that do what we do, and we like to make sure that we have the best quality. So you're not always going to find the cheapest thing here, but we hope that it would be an average price.
Shopping locally is something La Parra says is worth considering since you're going to spend more money on groceries anyway.
Shop local. I mean, we all need it. Everybody needs to shop local more than the box stores. It can be more of a pain in the butt sometimes, but it definitely helps.
Ellis Chandler, ELN Morning.
The Garden Valley Farmers Market has 5 locations in Alamance County and is open 7 days a week. And speaking of farmers markets, the Elon Farmers Market is returning next week, every Thursday starting May 5th until mid-November at 3 p.m. There'll be local produce and creative products from vendors on West College Avenue, just across the street.
Saturday is your chance to dispose of household hazardous waste safely. Alamance County Landfill is hosting a special collection of items like batteries, light bulbs, propane tanks, and paint. Assistant Solid Waste Director Emily Ball says people can drop their items off and employees will sort it out appropriately. Ball says it's important that household hazardous waste is disposed of correctly.
It can pollute the environment. If it does go into your trash, it could harm some of our workers when it finally gets to the landfill. So there's several items that you just don't want to see in the trash.
Though Ball is happy to see the event becoming more popular, she says the goal is to have no need for collection at all.
If you don't need it, don't buy it. If you need a household cleaner, fine, buy it, use it all. And then that way you can just dispose of the bottle.
The collection is this Saturday from 8 a.m. to noon at the Burlington Police and Fire Training Center.
Well, it's a beautiful day out there, and I got to tell you, it's a little bit cooler than it was just a few days ago.
Yeah, just 2 days ago.
Feeling nice.
It was like 80s. It felt like summer. I was like, I wasn't ready for that because we're still here on campus.
Yeah, we've got a nice little breeze with our North Carolina blue sky today. It's 8 minutes after the hour now, and joining us live under the oaks for a look at the weather ahead is our Jenna Manderioli.
Jenna, good morning.
Good morning, Baylor and Ashlyn. It's been a little bit chilly out here so far, but it's only going to warm up more throughout the day, and the sun is really starting to peek out. We're looking at possibly stormy next few days ahead, but we all know how that Elon weather can be, so here's your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Tomorrow will look much like today with highs in the low 70s and cloudy skies, but our first sign of storms begins Saturday with rain and temperatures in the 60s. Sunday we're looking at scattered thunderstorms with warmer temperatures, but we'll get a break from the rain Monday with a high of 83 and plenty of sunshine. That won't last long though. On Tuesday the stormy trend will return and the hot weather will stick around. Tomorrow is National Arbor Day, which celebrates the importance of nature and trees, so make sure you get outside before that rain kicks in. From under the oaks, that's your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Back to you in the studio.
Jenna Manderioli live under the oaks this morning with our Phoenix 5-day forecast. Jenna, thank you so much.
And Elon Performing Arts is set to take its final bow this weekend for its last show of the semester. The production Moving On follows the lives of 6 Broadway dancers as they perform their way out of the chorus line and into the spotlight. Elon Professor of Performing Arts Julio Mantos wrote the show. Student Assistant Director Jade Green says the show is different from previous Elon productions because it's original.
You don't really have anything to go off of, which is kind of scary, but also very freeing in terms of, crafting what your character is like and how your character acts, things like that, because it's really just you.
For your sophomore Anne Sophie Hill, it'll be her first time performing in a lead role at Elon. She says she's excited to show the audience the hard work she has put into her character.
Just looking forward to just doing it and having fun with it. I think that was also a big challenge at the beginning. I was so focused on I want to get this right. I didn't let myself have fun till now.
Curtains go up tomorrow through Sunday in the Black Box Theater at Scott Studios. Tickets are apparently selling out fast, but are still available for the Saturday and Sunday matinee. You can reserve those through Elon's Performing Arts website for $15 or free with a Phoenix card.
Tomorrow evening, the Gender and LGBTQIA Center will hold its 10th Lavender graduation ceremony. The ceremony will honor LGBTQIA students by recognizing their accomplishments at Elon. Though the majority of those participating are seniors, one member is a graduate student. Nelson Isabel is a graduate assistant in the GLC. He's excited to fully experience the event for the first time.
I think it's really important because it acknowledges our diversity of identity, and like celebrates the accomplishment, knowing to like back in the history, right, like being openly queer wasn't something that was always allowed or encouraged.
Lavender graduation is fully funded by donations to the GLC. For more information about this year's ceremony and the GLC, visit the website on your screen below.
There are currently 4 Jewish student organizations on Elon's campus, and 1 freshman is heading up a 5th. Natalie Schuver is creating an organization just for Jewish women. She says she wants connections like her friends and sororities have, and creating a community is important too.
Build a community that really needs to be built. I think just being Jewish is hard enough. Being a woman's hard enough. Just having that group of girls who are like you, they experience the same things and just can like relate to you, celebrate the same holidays. I think it would be really special.
Schuver says she's in contact with Elon Chabad, Hillel, and the Office of Student Life to get the organization up and running. She hopes to be recognized on campus by this fall.
The Elon women's tennis team is set to serve up this weekend at the Colonial Athletic Association Championship Tournament held on campus. Senior Julie Ball transferred to Elon last year and will be playing in her first Phoenix tournament. Ball says the team feels lucky to have a home court advantage.
We don't want anyone to come in here and beat us on our home soil. I mean, these are the courts we practice on. We live and breathe those courts. So it has a little bit more of a personal connection, a little bit of a personal tie. And it's like you're fighting for yourself, the team, but also kind of the university at the same time.
The first match is tomorrow at 10 a.m. against the University of North Carolina, Wilmington. For continuous coverage, follow us at Sports ELN on Twitter.
Well, I have to head out because I haven't really been to one since freshman year, so I think it's a full circle
2019.
2019, the CAA hosted the tournament here.
Yes.
So it'll be good to see it yet again.
Very full circle. Lots of full circle moments for us as we get through these last few days. I
Lots
know
of
we
full
keep
circles.
saying it, but we're feeling it.
We are, and you can catch us next week at 10 a.m. for our last time together. In the meantime, that's all the news we have for you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
For all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
And follow us on social media at Elon News Network.
Have a great weekend, Elon.